Welcome to Kigogona program. I am Munabi Jao Gekoyo from NGS. Today we are looking at nuclear is abominable, and our games Gekoyo Embu Mero Spirituality is campaigning for abolition of such programs because in the creation is enabled not by human beings. No, we have outer forces. People usually ignore them, but then their effectiveness are not ignored because eventually there will be consequences of doing evil. Evil regimes have been falling, and in the 21st century now is a termination because the US will fall because US is not real, for real. They are a secret committee who are doing things which are abominable. I've told you prior, and for me, I have authority to talk about nuclear because I know what I'm saying. Because they are using the uranium from Africa. Even if Africa is presumed poor, Africa is not poor. Africa is being looted by those governments. And so for me, I've told you prior about those programs, but you see greedy leaders, greedy politicians, I cannot term them leaders for real. For me, I cannot fake. I usually talk what there is because I'm commissioned to talk the truth. I know what I'm saying because I've told you there will be intervention of the cosmic forces because you cannot continue staying evil. Negative energy cannot be retained forever on earth because human beings are energy. Everything is energy. You are energy. You are doing things. It's not about your body. You are there as energy using your body, but some people don't have a human heart. It's unfortunate. When you see even the way children are suffering in Congo, because Congo is bleeding, but people are not talking. Let me tell you. Even it's so unfortunate. And you can see the smartphone people are using in the laptops, and also the cars. Let me tell you, the minerals are mined from there by those children. And you should not mine everything. You should not mine uranium. Even those people who go ahead to mine uranium, they get cancer. There's a lot. And you can see the people, because of greedy people like Raila Odinga, being bribed by the British monarchy. Even people like Georgia, they are not for it. Even you can see where the MPs are being bribed. You can see even registration of homosexuality, which is abominable. And you see even, we have the 7 principles which you cannot defy. We have the principle of gender. Everything is created either male or female, and God is not male or female. People talk about God, but they don't know what they are saying because Jesus Christ is not a son for real. Those are idolatry of Europeans. But for you don't know it. And for me, I will tell you, if you want to know the real God, remember there are no problems for real. It's just that evil regimes have destroyed the creation to satisfy their greed. And they don't want others to maintain a pure system, which is unfortunate. But because of greedy leaders, you can see what the CIA wants to do to have nuclear. And people around nuclear get cancer because of those radiation which are being emitted. And I've told you prior, you need to know that in the 21st century, now there will be changes. Because even those things which are told that the US are the richest, I don't know what, those are not natural things. Because eventually, technically every country is at a globe. Because, the land area is the smallest, because the water is a lot. Water is used for many purposes, even purposes which are not humanly, even to activate the 7 natural angels of creation. And when you align with the creation purity, you usually benefit. When the nuclear waste get to the environment, it takes 3,000 years for environment to heal. And people will be dying. There will be a lot even witness. I don't know people. Greedy people. People inside, I don't know they are going to die, now start dying because of that nuclear. Because let me tell you should not do everything, not because of the ability, but we have people who do even the abominable. The Europeans. They have done abominable atrocities, if to the black people, even enslaving black people. They did not have the authority. They did not create anything. People are that you should not sin regardless of who you are. Even if you think you are a king, you should not. Because it matters how you are inducted. Because some people are inducted by evil people. You can see countries making nuclear, forming treaties which they are pretense, because there are other countries which are not part of the treaty and having nuclear for real. And now you see when you have nuclear, the waste, now the Europeans are being troubled by the dust for real, because the problem with the nuclear is that dust. Where you take the waste, the radioactive waste, where you take it? And people of Sierra should answer that, because in Kenya we should not allow such, because we are also Sierra is part of the Kenyan counties, and because of greed, people can see what they want to do just because of money. It's unfortunate. Money is not even real. It's a program of Europeans, because natural numbers, which are not owned by anyone, they are written in papers, printed, and written in coins. It was not usually like that forever. In 1944, the Bretton Woods Agreement, it was valued with the gold. And now there was a problem, because they fixed, they should fix with the gold, not the US dollar. But what happened? So now, for you to know about the gold, people had to first convert to the US dollar. And that is what they wanted, because I've told you about the criminal activities there, about that committee, which was looking for a one world government and investing in evil, thinking they will live like that. But let me tell you, you're not challenging divinity or now. No. You are the law. You are making the energy for yourself, and that's how you fall, because of that cosmic intervention. School creation was created for, life was meant to be sweet. If they are not greedy, those people, greedy people like the Europeans in the US and the European countries. Even the COVID-19 released by Donald Trump, it was the US Army and Harvard who made that virus. And not only about that, they are having many of them, because for them they have a lot of programs. And now the problem is about the radioactive waste. Even the European companies, they dumped the waste to Somalia. The tsunami in 2004, exposed their criminal activity there, because they even hire criminal companies to do it, because it's unfortunate. So, that system, money is not sustaining you. Even if you have it, you are controlling those numbers, but it doesn't matter. Time is coming, the termination of people, because people are animals who are clothing. We have many animals. There is no problem with our universe. The 400 billion stars that are Milky Way, they are coordinating. But then we have useless people who are presuming our planet Earth, is having problems. Those are useless people who cannot benefit. Even if there are problems you don't solve by hating. No. That is not even constructive. It's not objective. Because in Kenya, the problems are not for real. Because there are great people benefit. That's why you can see allowing nuclear in Kenya. Kenya should not use nuclear even for electricity. We have enough resources to use the ordinary chemical means. You have a lot of water, even from out Kenya, even to the ocean. You have a lot of water, which we know when you use such way, we will not be harmed. Because it should we know those nuclear things are exposing them to. They are exposing radiation, which is harming you, because they are negative radiation. You have positive radiation, like at Mount Kirinyaga, and the positive radiation now is the positive. It's the good one, which now your body should be touched by it, and you get transformed. That is now spirituality. When there is no such radiation, there is no spirituality. In Islam, it's okay. We have the black stone at Kaaba. We have the Mount Kailash. For us in games, we are dealing with this in Keogona program, dealing with Keogona. Of course, for us, we are founded by Mount Kirinyaga. For me, I was implanted Keogona after passing a test. And for me, I am having multidimensional wisdom. I can help you know a lot. Let me tell you. Because life is not only about people. Even those who die, they have their own lives, the spirit life. Because you are not dying to vanish. This is not known by people. Even we have higher lives of the angels. Because now the guy is one abiding in Mount Kenya in a spiritual dimension. For me, I know in that, because I can even see guy with my own eyes, hear the voice. So I'm telling you, I'm having supreme authority. And my interest is to do good. Because there's no problem with the universe. The problem is people. And now the solution is people with now clean hearts, with pure interest, to come together and help solve. And don't come with it's not about the other things what you are having or such. Not about what you are getting. It's about bringing out the real solution. And you do it by aligning yourself with your God. I've told you prior qualification to Ngai are not the other things. They are about your body, what you have done. And there are things you can have, you do get a curse, you cannot now be forgiven. Because, all resources are God given. God knew what you can do when you had not done it. You used all resources of God to do things. Because you are in a creation. You are part of the animals. It is not just about you. Life is diverse. And life, the soul is eternal. You forever have your soul, forever be everywhere. See what you did. You don't even escape with the atrocities because the energy is there. Live purely, you benefit with positive energy, and you have a sweet life eternally. The greatest thing in life is becoming a positive spirit because you forever remain like that. And now you be somewhere. The way you are at earth, you be somewhere in the spirit realm when you die. Now there is no aspect of space. For you don't know such because you don't know about metaphysical things. But now in the 21st century, it was prophesied. But now the real God, the real guy, will manifest to humanity, and people will discern the supremacy of Mount Kirinyaga. Isaiah 2:1-4, and now even Daniel. And now you will see, let me tell you, you see transformation in Kenya. And let me tell you, if you want to help, align with the indigenous, to restore indigenous. And it's not about doing everything, not using nuclear. Nuclear is abominable. And that program in CIA should be terminated. And you should not, it's unfortunate. Now that waste is for real. The military of Europe and the US, they don't know how to take that. And I'm telling you, some people can be given money for it. It is usually done, and it's unfortunate because some people are so greedy. They can invest in any program, and they are not having wisdom, not commission, to know the world. Because the world is known. At Mount Kirinyaga, everything is known. Let me tell you, because I'm telling you, people are created. They are not doing it because of their own might, no. Because now, if you want to have a country, a good country, aligned with the real divinity. I've told you now in Kenya we prohibit churches because they are fake. Islam is okay. And we are dealing with, for us, we know Kigogona, the outer space radiation, because everything everywhere belongs to Mwenenyaga of Mount Kirinyaga. So we even deal with the Mount Kailash, because San Francisco peaks, where the black stone at Kaba. In Switzerland, we also have Kigogona, because now people will start realizing and know how, even knowing Kigogona is known now the science of that Kigogona, because Kigogona is science. For Ngai matters must involve science. And I've told you now, when you get radiation of Mount Kirinyaga, you will transform. Because, terminally, those great people you read who now interacted with the guy, they went to that mountain. Even Prophet Muhammad, let me tell you. In Kenya, you have a lot of wealth, spiritual wealth. Even those people around that, even in Embu, in Kirinyaga, in Meru, in Tharaka-Nithi, in Nyeri, because you circumambulate that mountain. And also the Kenyan government should invest with infrastructure, even to widen the road. You find means, because people are not surviving because of money. It's now time for Kenya to stop now sleeping and wake up from, people like Jomo Kenyatta sacrificed their life, jailed for not doing wrong. And then because Kenyatta, there were rituals, Kenyatta was assured to be a president in Kenya because he was commissioned to be so. Everything is known at Mount Kirinyaga. Let me tell you, when you don't, align with real divinity, you will not benefit from wisdom. So as Kenyans, let us reject the nuclear programs, and our land will remain pure for us, our children, and our generation. Thank you very much.